During a recent 7-day cruise on the Celebrity Apex, I visited 3 cities in Norway for the first time: Nordfjordeid and the surrounding towns, Geiranger, and Bergen. During this video, I explain some of the best activities in each of those locations, including hikes, waterfalls, car rental, shore excursions, and even food. Our port stop after Belgium took us into the stunning fjords of Norway, beginning with Nordfjordeid. Given how many incredible towns are located about an hour's drive from the port, my top recommendation is to skip the cruise excursions entirely and rent a car. The best option is a local company called Xplorenordfjord, which is located just a couple minutes walk from the cruise pier. The rates aren't cheap, even their smallest vehicles begin to approach $200 for a day, but considering ship excursions here cost at least that much per person, it's highly economical to rent a car as a group. 2 tips if you book. About half of this company's fleet are manual transmission vehicles, which isn't entirely clear on their website. And they also get a massive influx of walk-ups, so you'll want to be among the first off the ship to secure your car key. Aside from a quick look at the indoor shopping center right by the pier, we didn't spend much time in Nordfjordeid itself. Many passengers will rush to the famous Loen Skylift, but when we arrived early in the afternoon on a Tuesday, the wait to board the Skylift was over an hour, and this is on top of a pretty steep $60 per person round-trip ticket price. Instead, we used our rental car to explore the nearby towns of Stryn and Olden and tackle a fantastic local hike called Rakssetra. In Stryn, we stopped by for a meal at Stryn Kaffebar, which is a cozy spot that is a favorite among locals for breakfast and lunch. We ordered a 3-egg omelet and 2 traditional Norwegian breakfasts, which came to about $56. The smoked salmon was very fresh, but the real highlight was trying slices of brown cheese, which is a beloved Norwegian staple made by boiling whey until the milk sugars caramelize, which gives it a unique sweet flavor profile. From there we drove to Olden, a tiny picturesque village of only about a few hundred residents situated at the southern end of the lake. It's incredibly scenic, and I recommend grabbing a coffee at the local cafe and sitting at one of the lakeside picnic benches if the weather is nice. If you want to do some shopping, there are a couple of outdoor clothing outlet stores within walking distance where you can find premium Norwegian brands at up to a 50% discount. One of the highlights of the day was hiking to Rakssetra. To get there, you'll drive up a narrow, winding, and fairly steep road to a small hillside parking lot that holds about 30 vehicles. All-day parking will cost you about $10. Make no mistake, this hike, while short, is very steep. You are gaining nearly 900 feet of elevation in about 1 to 2 miles to reach the summit, with certain sections probably hitting a 30-degree incline. Because of the uneven, rocky terrain and mud, it's easy to slip on the descent, so it's not ideal for anyone with balance issues. However, if you can make it to the top, the reward is spectacular. You are treated to a panoramic view of a turquoise lake and valley below. The summit is also home to a cluster of historic, colorful wooden houses, roaming sheep, and picnic tables, making it a perfect spot to sit down and enjoy a packed lunch. Next up on the cruise port itinerary was the town of Geiranger, and much like Nordfjordeid, this is a port you can easily explore independently. Immediately upon disembarking, you walk into a small tourist village with a dozen or so shops selling everything from high-end clothing to local trinkets. There's also a local grocery store right by the harbor, which is a great place to pick up authentic local snacks like milk chocolate, orange soda, and more brown cheese to take back to the ship. If you want a great free activity, you can walk a little less than a mile up a winding path from the pier to reach the waterfall ecosystem at Norwegian Fjords Center, where a series of metal stairs let you walk right alongside the rushing Storfossen waterfall. Because the Celebrity Apex was docked here for a solid 6 to 7 hours, we had enough time to also take a bus tour excursion for the afternoon. This was a classic coach bus tour with a local guide who shared insights into the history and daily life of living in this isolated fjord community. Geiranger is famous for its dramatic, winding roads filled with harrowing hairpin turns. Our driver demonstrated an incredible amount of skill navigating a massive coach bus past oncoming traffic with literally inches to spare. The tour stopped at 2 different elevated viewpoints, giving us some of the most postcard-perfect photo opportunities of the vacation. Our final major stop was Bergen, which is Norway's second largest city with a population of roughly 300,000 people. This cruise port drops you off about a 20-minute walk from downtown. While downtown Bergen has plenty of standard souvenir shops selling what I consider to be slightly overpriced tourist gear, there are 2 distinct experiences here that are worth your time. The first of which is trying local reindeer sausage at the famous Xplorenordfjord hot dog stand, and the second is walking through the historic fish market. The outdoor fish market is compact, just a single row of about 12 to 15 vendors, but it is packed to the brim. Some stalls operate like a farmer's market, offering tastings of cow's milk versus goat's milk brown cheese, or unique cured meats like whale and moose sausage, though you'll have to check whether you can actually bring that back on the plane depending on where you live. Others serve ultra-fresh cooked-to-order seafood. If you want a break from the cruise ship food, this is certainly a great spot to find lunch, and if it's raining, there are complete large tarps over the seating areas to shield you from Bergen's notoriously rainy weather, which we were told happens about half of the time during the year. As a quick side note, there is a McDonald's right downtown. I personally always love checking out McDonald's in foreign countries to see how the menu adapts locally, but interestingly, in Bergen, the menu was virtually identical to what we have at home in the United States. To round out the day, we took a 2-hour city bus excursion. Unlike the massive coach bus used in Geiranger in the previous cruise port stop, this particular tour utilized a small electric minibus. It made the experience feel a bit more intimate, though the bench seating was admittedly a little less comfortable than a standard coach bus. The guide provided an excellent live voiceover as we drove through the historic neighborhoods, and we stopped by a few of Bergen's best viewpoints before we were dropped right off back at the market square for a bit more exploring. Overall, I absolutely loved my time in Norway, especially during the summer when it's relatively cool, the days are long, and the smaller towns are bustling with activity. Please comment below if you have questions on any of the locations that I visited, or if you also visited these locations on a cruise and want to share your experiences. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then drop a like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.